What's up, Wolves and Ghouls? It is your girl, Mika G. And yes, normally this isn't an audio, we're on video for Cinematic Nightmares, but this is a special collaboration in addition of the show. And tonight, or whenever you're listening to this, I have two special people on here who I am collaborating with on this episode. We are going to be covering our top 10 horror movie twists. So I'm going to have Reggie and Tristan introduce themselves.
What's up, guys? This is Reggie. I'm from Chills, Thrills, and the Podcast.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tristan, host for Early Morning Horror.
How y'all doing, fellas?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
It took me a minute to get my list together, but it's together. So how do y'all want to start this? Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
Are we going 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
I didn't rank them.
I put them in numbers. They're not necessarily ranked, but I would say 1 to 10.
Okay. So my first movie is from 2005. It stars Robert De Niro, and it's called Hide and Seek. So Hide and Seek is follows David Calloway, a psychologist who moves in with his young daughter Emily to a quiet town after the tragic death of his wife. While adjusting to their new life, Emily begins talking about an imaginary friend named Charlie. As strange things start happening around the house, people begin getting hurt. David starts questioning whether Charlie is part of Emily's imagination or something much more dangerous. The twist in this one is, and we are giving the twist away, right? Because
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The twist in this one is Charlie isn't real. David is suffering from dissociative identity disorder and has created Charlie, quote unquote, murdered his wife. And the whole time throughout the whole film, David believes that Charlie is someone else, but his daughter knows better.
That kind of reminds me of, it was on my list. I'll get to it, but you remember the movie Identity?
Yes.
Yeah. Similar, kind of.
Still dissociative identity disorder, but in a different way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to go revisit Hide and Seek because it's one of those movies that you can watch. You have to go back and watch again to see what you missed. Because watching it the first time, you're just like, oh yeah, Charlie's an imaginary friend. He's out here doing the most. And then come to find out it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will have to check out that movie because I'll be honest, I can't say that I've seen it.
It's really, really good. Dakota Fanning's in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a young
Dakota Fanning? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was
2005.
She was in that around the time she did Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
That's right. Yep, that is right. Yep. All right, who's next?
Go ahead, Tristan.
All right. So from 2015, one of my top 10 favorite movies is The Witch. Okay, so we are in very early age England, I want to say, and movie starts out, this family's getting kicked out of the village because they are following a different version of Christianity than what the church is in the village. Because at the time, the church was basically political. I mean, they're more powerful than anyone. So, first 5 minutes of the movie, we're seeing, this Thomason, the Anya Taylor-Joy character in it. She is playing peekaboo with their baby, not her baby, but like the family's baby, Samuel. Baby goes missing. There's the witch in the woods. Go throughout the movie, there's crazy stuff happening. They're not getting crops for nothing. They aren't catching anything. The younger brother, Caleb, he goes missing. He gets cursed. Dog goes missing. Horse goes missing. Stuff like that. Then we get to the end of the movie, and there is a goat named Black Phillip, which we've seen and we've heard some stories about in this creepy song from the Twins and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomason, after she's lost everybody, she just asked Black Phillip to reveal himself as Satan. And the twist being that Black Phillip is actually Satan, and Thomason signs his book and joins the witches' coven and strips down naked and goes out into the woods, gathers the coven around a fire, and then we find out that this magic and stuff is all real and it's not just they're hallucinating anything. I think that is one of my favorite twists in horror is just seeing Black Phillip, this goat, just turn into a grown man that's actually Satan. I just and the confirmation that it was actually magic and not just them hallucinating or just some crazy woman in the woods. So,
That's
what
a
are
good
your
one.
thoughts
It is.
on that one?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one because you don't expect the goat like at
At
all.
all. At
Like
all.
there's evil afoot, but
Yeah,
you don't expect for the goat to turn into a whole man.
I thought about that movie, but then I was like, it's such a slow burn. I don't know if I had the patience for it.
It took
It-
me a minute to get through it.
Yeah.
But then but the payoff is the goat reveals himself and you're like, oh,
it
not the
is such a
goat.
slow burn, but that last like 15 minutes of the movie where it's the dad gets killed, the mother gets killed, the twins, Thomason joins the coven, all that. I feel like the payoff is pretty well worth it, especially because I am more of a slow burn horror type of guy compared to the hack and slash or constant action type stuff. But that's just how I am kind of this year.
Yeah, you're
What
gonna
about
like
you,
some
Reggie?
of the ones that I chose then. Because most of the ones I chose are like a slow burn, but the payoff is so worth it.
Sounds good to me.
I might have a couple. I don't know. We'll see as it go along.
What you
Okay, I
got,
got
Reggie?
I got well, first off, let me say, I was gonna throw Saw in there, but then I was like, nah, that's too obvious. Everyone knows that plot twist.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I'm not even gonna go there. But what I will go with is 2010 Devil.
Devil, that's a good one.
That
Yeah.
is a good
Yeah.
one.
So
Yes.
we know the story goes five strangers trapped in the elevator. I think for the first half of the movie, they're credited as mechanic, security guard, salesman. I think Sarah was the only one that had a name
Mhm.
pretty much from jump, and I think old woman was credited as old woman. But
Mhm.
anyway, so while the movie's progressing, obviously you have your circumstantial deaths, but as we find out, the detective has the coupon that says I'm so sorry. So first and foremost, when it's down to like the mechanic and who was left with him, Sarah.
The old lady and Sarah.
Yeah, because the
Oh
mechanic
no,
has,
the old lady was gone by then.
yeah,
It was
she
somebody
was,
else.
I think
Yes.
she was the second. She died after the salesman.
Mhm.
But throughout the course of the movie, you know, they're doing name checks, putting names with the faces, and they're looking at the security camera, and the detectives like, you know, we got quite the cast. We have the thug, we have the thief, and then so when it's down to them two, I think Sarah's on her dying breath, and the detective, he was like, okay, so that's not Jane Kowski, that's Tony Kowski. Then who is? And right when he says it, the old woman stands up, and everyone's like, oh shit, oh
And she's
shit.
got the black
Yes.
eyes and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Because
I loved that.
when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, like, oh, it was phenomenal. But then when he, I guess, confesses and somewhat repents for it, that's when she's like, damn, I really wanted you. But at that point, while he was repenting or confessing, he's like, yeah, I killed a woman and her child. And the detective, and remember, Ramirez was throughout the whole movie very religious, and so that ended up being a "I told you so" moment, because he had been telling you from the jump that something's not right. So then, yeah, he ended up confessing, and the detective was just like, I'll take him in. But to me, like, I'm thinking beyond the movie, what happens with him? Like, I mean, obviously he probably did get charged, but
Mhm.
everyone saw the surveillance monitors. How do you
Mhm.
explain that? Like, how do you explain that? Like, there was an old woman that just disappeared.
Don't explain it.
Hey, look,
At this point, go ahead and take him in, drop the charges. This man has been through enough. He's
yeah,
been through enough.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to be thrown into the insane asylum.
It- pretty much.
yeah. Can't argue
Like
that.
he's going to be locked away either way, whether it was going to be
Mhm.
jail or whether it was going to be in a psychiatric ward, because that Devil is a great movie,
It
y'all.
is.
It
And like
is.
when you attach M. Night Shyamalan to a movie, you already know there's a big twist coming. We saw it
It's
Mhm.
with
always going to be a twist.
the Village. What's the other movie he did?
The Visit,
The visit.
Yeah.
Trap, uh, Signs, all of them.
And it's funny you mentioned that movie. I had that on my list. The Visit.
Hmm.
Same here.
That's on my list.
I didn't make it on my list. But okay, I do know The Visit.
Hmm.
Love the twist in it, because I remember
Mhm.
going to see The Visit in theaters. Matter of fact, I still got that ticket stub somewhere in a box. I remember going to see The Visit in theaters and being like, "Oh," and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, Devil. That, you know what? I forgot all about Devil, and I promise you, I'm gonna go watch that after we finish.
It's one of my favorites. So that's why that was the first thought that came to mind when I was like, we should put a top 10 list together. It was the first one that came to mind.
I have it on DVD, and all of my
It does,
DVDs are in storage right now. So
it
I'm gonna
doesn't
go
get the
find it.
credit it deserves. It
It
definitely
really
deserves
doesn't.
more credit.
It
It
doesn't.
does.
It's a very underrated film. I remember watching it on, I think it was Tubi, like 2000, whenever, early teens, when all I had was Tubi.
Yeah.
Okay, Devil, good, good one. So my next one is one that has a lot of controversy because of this ending.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
2003's High Tension.
That's on my
High
list
tension.
too. That's definitely on my list.
So, High Tension follows best friends Marie and Alex as they travel to Alex's family's secluded farmhouse for a quiet weekend. Their trip quickly turns into a nightmare when a brutal killer invades the home. He murders Alex's family, kidnaps her. Marie escapes and risks everything to rescue her friend while trying to stay one step ahead of the relentless killer. The twist is that the killer doesn't exist. The killer is Marie.
Yep. Yep.
And we watch through flashbacks of Marie taking out every single person in Alex's family. And in Marie's fractured mind, she wanted Alex so badly
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she would do anything for it to just be the two of them. Now, the reason why this is so controversial is because there's a lot of scenes where Alex and Marie are together when the killer is doing his thing. But I counter that because we have to, at the beginning of the movie, Marie is telling the story. So everything that we see is through the mind of a psychopath,
Yeah.
and her mind is not all there. So,
Okay, so then that brings me to the beginning of the movie when we see the man having fun with the head. How do you explain that one?
remember, she's telling the story.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
That
it's
answers.
She's
however
telling
she
it.
remembers it.
It's not even how she remembers it. It's she's created this man,
Mhm.
and so she is telling the story. She's telling the story like, yeah, there was this man, he's on the side of the road and he was doing that thing with
Having a little too
or
much fun.
or because remember Marie was so obsessed with Alex, what if she was obsessed with somebody else?
That's a good point.
And
Yeah.
that was in her mind. That's how she got rid of that. She got rid of that person. But she made it into a dude so that it tricks the audience, because it's like, oh wait, how did you explain this? Like you just said, how do you explain that? Because she's telling the story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Attention. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Definitely.
I got you.
All right, next.
My turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Reggie, I know that you said you didn't have Saw on your top 10, but I did put it on mine because
Yeah.
uh, I we've all seen Saw, I think, and most people that probably are listening or watching any of the podcasts. But of course, we see the doctor and we see Adam in the bathroom, and we're seeing all these crazy traps and everything. And then, end of the movie, we see that it's actually John Kramer, the guy that's been laying in the floor, bloody this whole time, peeling the plastic off, and then standing up, and Adam's yelling, "No!" And
Yeah,
then game over, and he shuts the door. It wasn't actually Jeb behind all of it, it was John Kramer making Jeb do all of this and everything. And that's always been one of my favorite twists and horror movie endings of all
yeah,
time. So
yeah,
I had to add it to mine.
Yeah, I definitely remember seeing that one in theaters as well too, and
yeah,
hearing the audible gasp out of almost everyone in the theater when John Kramer stood up.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's it's a chilling twist and like you said, a memorable ending because
Oh yeah.
he even tells him like, "Hey, the key to set yourself free is over there."
and it already went down
It,
the
It was
drain.
always
it
down
went
the
down the drain
drain.
as
Yep,
soon as you woke up.
My whole
But
I think my thing with that twist is how did that man lay there for so long
mind
without
you, he was working with the doctor, so the doctor could have gave him anesthesia or something just to put him down for a little bit, because
but then that
anesthesia, it wears off quick.
but that would have meant like the doctor would have been in on it too and he it didn't seem like well let me rephrase that because there's later editions of Saw where it
Yeah,
does reveal that he's kind of end on it but in spoiler
yeah,
alert if you haven't seen those Saws
yeah.
um but yeah I can see that like he probably gave him like a sedative or something so he would sleep the whole time
Well,
and then he
the
just
pig mask, anytime that they used the pig mask, they always knocked him out with some type of drug. So he
yeah.
probably used that on himself
oh
long
that
enough to outlast or whatever. But I bet he
he
never did
woke up
that
at the
again.
right moment though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He probably was laying there the whole time like they not
Trying
even
not to
paying attention to
chuckle.
me trying not to laugh.
But I think there's been a couple doctors involved as we went through the line of the Saw movies. I could have sworn there was
Hmm.
maybe another doctor, maybe two doctors, or I know there was the guy who worked forensics, or I
Yeah.
can't remember. You know what I'm talking about, right?
The
The
detective.
guy from the Jigsaw movie, wasn't it? The Jigsaw movie where he's technically before like all of them, even
Mm-hmm.
though it makes no sense
Yeah,
because there's flat screen TVs in that movie. But yeah, he would have had the medical knowledge for all that.
Continuity mistakes. They happen.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Pretty much. There's a lot of continuity issues. Like off topic, I was watching the most recent Conjuring. And you know how at the end at Judy's wedding, you start seeing a lot of the cast and characters from pretty much all the other ones.
Mhm.
Yes.
Where they messed up, the mother and the daughter from the second Conjuring, they said, I guess it was written in the text that the mother sat in that same chair and died like a few years later. Yeah, go back
Oh
and
yeah,
watch
they
it.
did. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
but yet
Hmm.
the mother and the daughter were at Judy's wedding. How do you explain that?
She's a
Mistakes from the
ghost.
planning department,
She's a ghost.
or
There.
she's a ghost.
She's a ghost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Continuity. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. But all right, okay. I initially had Saw and Scream, but then I was like, those are too generic. A Scream is famous for the
Everybody
plot
knows who
twist.
the
Mhm.
wait.
Exactly.
No, I can't say everybody knows who the two killers are in Scream because I had a game night and that was one of the questions. I said, how many killers are at the end of Scream? And dude was like three.
I saw that on your page, and I was like, first I was like, okay, Scream 1 or Scream what 5 or whatever. It's what I think it's doing 2022 Scream.
Right.
But either way, I was like, 9 times out of 10, it's two killers.
It's always
Like,
two.
yeah, that's generic. We're used to that. It's just a matter of figuring out who.
Right. And then he got it wrong. Well, he first said two. And I was like, is that your final answer? And then he was like, no. And I was like, what? Nope. And then he was like, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, you're no longer allowed on game night.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, it's always 2 killers with the exception of 3 with Roman. And then
And
Yeah.
6.
the detective with his son and daughter, Richie's
Yeah.
brother and sister. Wasn't there 3 in Scream 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because Gail hit one with the car, so that took him out. He worked at the psychiatric hospital, I believe, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
one of them worked at the psychiatric hospital, or 2 of them did. But
One.
anyway, yeah, there were technically 3, but then Gail ran one over with the car, and then
Yeah.
we went from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, spoiler alert for anybody that ain't seen those movies.
Yeah.
My bad. I mean, our bad.
No,
It's
they
2020.
chose to watch this.
Exactly. It's 2026. If you haven't seen these movies now, you need to question if you're a horror fan or not.
What he said. What he said.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What you got
All right.
next on your list?
2017's Get Out. That one I never saw coming either because Allison Williams, she came to work that day. She came to work, but she was trying to show Chris that, oh, you got pulled over by the police. No one's going to fuck with my man. And just a little subtle things throughout the movie. So then Chris is in her little crawl space looking at the pictures, but Rose was behind him and he didn't say nothing. Why are you in my closet? Something.
Yeah.
They said nothing. So, he's like, all right, whatever, we're getting out of here. So they're leaving and Chris gets to the bottom of the stairs and they're like, oh, you guys are leaving, so on and so, etc.
Mhm.
And the whole time he's Rose, them keys, give me the keys. And then once his patience wore thin, the keys, Rose, get the keys. Straight face, looking all concerned. And then she pulls it out straight face. I can't give you the keys, right, babe? And then he just drops his bags at that point. What can you do?
Gone.
Yeah.
God,
But I
I
love
forgot
Get
how
Out.
good that was.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Rose is straight face and be like, I can't do that, babe. Wait a minute. What is
Yeah.
happening here? But it was
Yeah.
all the subtle things, like you said, throughout the whole movie that never gave Rose away. Never gave her away. Because
Exactly.
she was
She
always
seemed
supportive. My
loyal.
man, my man,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah. Yeah. But then also like it struck me when Chris came back in the house so he can go upstairs to call Rod, all them people that were having conversations downstairs, you mean to tell me you didn't hear it go from conversation to dead silence? Because when the camera flips back to him, he was just getting to the top of the stairs. You're not that aware of your surroundings. You don't hear a room get quiet to where you can hear. I'm going to pick up on it like, hold up. Why y'all get quiet?
Because I'm going to lean over the banister and be like, y'all real quiet down there.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, honestly, Chris's situational awareness is trash throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie, it's trash.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you didn't pick up that these people were staring at you. Actually, no, he did, because he's like, why everybody keep staring at me? And she's like, oh, it's a party, babe. And I was like, no.
Because
The
I'm
person
the
in me would have been like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually probably would have called somebody out. Like, do you like what you see?
I know, right?
And they probably would have been like, yes. And that's why that one lady was touching all over him and was like, oh, you're so strong and muscular. Lady, you better unhand me.
And the whole time they're all taking Chris on a test drive. They're all trying him out.
Yeah. Like, do you like golf? No, I don't like golf. Ugh. Man, it's trash.
Right.
My red flags would have been popping as soon as the brother-in-law tried to put him in the headlock and everything. I'm like, baby, we're leaving. Your brother-in-law clearly had too much to drink. Like,
Yeah.
I would have left that household in the middle of the night
Yeah.
while everybody was sleeping.
Exactly.
Damn,
Yeah.
Rose.
But I knew that was going to come back. We were going to see it in some sort of capacity just because the way we spent so much time on it.
Yeah.
But then someone had said something on IG, I can't remember who, but they were like in the very beginning, who was he talking to Rose when he was lost in the neighborhood? Andre. I think his name Andre,
Yes,
whatever
he
it
was
is.
talking to
Yeah.
Rose.
Okay, I was like, that gave me something to think about. He must have been on the phone with Rose.
Yeah. And she was doing the, I don't know, babe. I don't know where you are. I think I see you. You might be. I think you're on my right street. And he was like, nope.
Yeah, that was it.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah. Rose was trifling.
the more you watch it over time, you start picking up on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Especially with Jordan Peele's movies. He's really good at like sneaking in those details in his
Yeah,
films.
yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah,
totally missed them the first time because you're so locked in on
yeah,
Chris.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
but you are paying attention to like Reggie said, when everybody gets quiet and they all start looking upstairs. That man barely hit the second floor and they just went quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I said. Chris's situational awareness was
Zero.
at -0.
Yeah.
If that's even a number, -1,000,000. Get out. Okay. 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 So my next one is a movie from Denmark. It's a horror movie from Denmark. It's called Good Boy.
Oh, is that the one with the dog?
Nuh-uh. It's different.
Never mind. All
Yeah,
right.
So
I'm trying to picture the cover, and I thought it was the one with what you just
mm-mm,
said.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
Started to. Started to. Because there is a twist in that one too. But went with this one because I sat through this. And it's one of these movies that I'll never watch again. Because that's how much it disturbed my spirit. But we're going to talk about it. So Good Boy follows Sigrid, who begins dating a wealthy man named Christian. And everything seems perfect at first. Until Christian introduces her to Frank. Frank is a man who lives in Christian's house wearing a dog costume. And Christian insists that Frank is simply enjoying living as a dog. But eventually, Sigrid starts to realize that something is very wrong. And as she uncovers more about Christian, she discovers the truth is far more disturbing than she ever imagined. The twist in this one is Frank isn't pretending to be a dog. He is a real man who has been kidnapped and psychologically conditioned to live as a dog. And as Frank tries to get help from Ingrid to escape, Christian captures her as well. And she ends up becoming a dog. But there's a second twist, and it's at the end of the movie. The final scene shows a toddler dressed as a dog,
Oh my.
and he puts down food for the baby. Frank and Sigrid had a quote unquote puppy.
Man. Wow.
How many
Wow.
times
And
have you watched that movie?
once
I don't think I could watch that more than once.
we matter of fact, I watched that movie with my daughter, and she's 12. And when
Oh
we got
God.
to the end, we both was looking at each other with our mouth open, like, what just happened?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Good
good
job,
movie,
Denmark.
Right.
good movie. What you got, Tristan?
So the next one I've got is a movie called Oddity. Have either of you
Ooh,
seen that? Okay, so Oddity movie starts out. Apparently, there's the twin sisters. One of them is in this castle trying to get it fixed up. There's the yellow tent. There's a camera that flashes every 5 seconds or whatever. For whatever reason, she has to go out to her car, grab something. She leaves her phone behind, steps back into the house, and then there's the one-eyed guy knocking on the door saying, "Hey, while you came out to your car, somebody came in there." And she's like, "All right, I'm gonna call the cops." And then he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, call the cops." And she's hearing footsteps or whatever inside. So it sounds like somebody's in there. She ends up not unlocking the door. She goes into her yellow tent with the camera, starts looking, and does see that somebody did come in wearing a mask. And then whenever she unzips the tent, there's the guy with the mask, kills her with a hammer and everything. We do find out that the person that killed her from her twin sister, who is blind and a psychic that does come to visit. We find out that the one eyed guy did not kill her sister, but this guy that works at the psychiatric hospital that her brother in law works at. But it was her brother in law that is actually behind her sister's death by getting this guy to kill her. And then movie ends. There's the wooden golem that almost kills the guy that killed the medium sister. I'm doing a horrible job at trying to explain this, but
It's a
wooden golem,
complicated movie.
Yeah.
it does get complicated. But the movie ends. We see the doctor, Ted Timmons. He's got this bell that the medium left from her shop, and he rings it because he doesn't believe in the paranormal or anything. And then we see the ghost of the bellboy right over his left shoulder, and we know that if you ring the bellboy kills you. So that is another one of my favorite twists is finding out that the husband was actually behind it and not just this violent worker that followed the one-eye guy. So
Diabolical.
again,
That part.
it was pretty sad, especially hearing the sister say that why didn't you just leave her? And yeah, only because the husband was cheating with a pharmacist. So
That movie sounds like another movie that's on my list. But we'll
Hmm.
get to it.
Interesting.
it could be, yeah. I was gonna say when you were talking about Good Boy, it reminded me of Tusk a little bit about being psychologically controlled to act like an animal,
Yeah.
and also the creepy pasta about Pluto from Mickey Mouse.
Ooh,
Kind of sounds like that too. Have you
you
heard of
must
that
now.
creepy
Now you
pasta?
must tell.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's a creepy pasta. I actually learned this from the Haiti Wong podcast. Uh, but there's a creepy pasta about how Pluto, the dog, Mickey Mouse's dog, is on all fours and barks and everything. But then you have Goofy, who is also a dog, but stands on his hind legs and talks like a regular person in the Mickey Mouse universe. So the creepypasta is that Mickey actually took somebody that is the same race as uh, Goofy's race and surgically made them to behave like a dog, but psychologically treat Mickey like his best friend and never leave him because of Mickey's abandonment issues.
Dang, that sounds like Good Boy.
It is actually like really good of a creepypasta. That was like a very quick overview. There's the actual creepypasta puts a lot more backstory into Mickey and the person that became Pluto. Uh, you should definitely check it out if you ever get the chance.
It definitely sounds like the plot from Good Boy because
That's what it sounds like.
Christian was insane. He had abandonment issues too, and that's why he made the dude into a dog.
God,
Oh, Oddity was a good one though. I like that.
I
I
think it
like
was a good one. I love any of his movies.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I think
What you got,
it's
Reggie?
on Disney Plus or Shutter.
Okay.
Oddity is on Shutter right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Well, my next up was High Tension, so I guess we can go ahead and skip that one.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I got another one, a jaw dropper in the movies. Final Destination 5 from 2011.
Okay, so Final Destination 5 almost ended up on my list because
It's on my
damn.
Man, look, never saw that one coming. We're being led to believe it's a sequel, just like the rest of them, and
yeah.
there are clues within that. Like, okay, so if you look at the gift certificate that the guy stole, the date on it is June 2001, and then let me see. Obviously at the end, that Sam he sees the fight that's occurring between
Yeah.
I can't even remember their names now, but he
Oh,
sees them fighting.
Carter and Alex.
Yeah. So obviously Sam is like, what's going on? What happened with them? Why they get kicked off? Oh, he claimed he had a vision, and then Sam's like, uh oh, and then that was
Sounds
all.
familiar.
That
It's
was
a
that was
wrap.
all. Yeah, that was it. Was there another one? Oh, the other clue was Sam's job offer was supposed to
Hmm.
be. It was in Paris.
Yeah.
Where was the field trip? Paris.
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 So they gave us breadcrumbs, and obviously you're not picking up on it. And I didn't even
Yeah.
notice. I didn't even notice until like I rewatched it again, and I was like, hold up. And then I heard a podcast on it, and was like, no. So I went back and watched it. It was like, yeah, we were being fed breadcrumbs, and
Hmm.
we didn't pick up on it. We thought it was just another old sequel to good old Final Destination.
I mean, we were told that it was the final movie. So we were like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No,
Ended
no,
already.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
4 was supposed to be the final one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I named.
4
Yep.
was named Final Destination.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
final destination. And then they was like, ta-da, here's 5. And we was like, yay. And
yeah,
so we're just happy
yeah,
that we got a final destination, right? We're
yeah,
just
Oh yeah.
so happy we got a final destination. And then I remember seeing most of these I remember seeing in the movie theater. And that same audible gasp out of everybody in the theater when they saw Alex and Carter fighting on the plane.
yep, yep, yep. But see,
If I ever see that in the future, I'm exiting with them.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
Oh,
with them.
you
yeah,
would have thought because of him experiencing the same thing. Oh, I saw a vision of the bridge I'm on collapsing. That's why I decided to get off, you know? You would have thought as soon as he heard, oh, they're fighting because that guy had a vision about the plane blowing up. I'm getting off too because I'm like, I just experienced that just a handful of months ago.
I think by then it was too late. They were already taxiing like down the runway. And so then that's when Sam asked, and she was like, hey, what was going on with them? And no, he
Oh,
said he had a vision of the plane blowing up. Wait, what?
yeah,
And by
yeah,
then it was too late.
yeah.
You can't go. I mean, although had it been me and I heard that, I would have made a commotion. So then you would have had to turn the plane around.
oh yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
I'm kicking
You would have
down the
landed.
cockpit door.
I would have acted a whole fool.
Definitely. See, I already have a thing with heights and airplanes, so I wouldn't be in that position.
Oh no.
But I also have a
I've
thing
never
with.
been on one.
I mean,
You've never
either.
been on a plane before?
No,
No.
no,
I've been on
no.
I've been on international flights, so I
That's-
I totally like Final Destination creep me out. It's been a while since I went on an international flight. It's been a long time since I went on an international flight
Been to
because of
Paris?
Final Destination.
Yeah, that movie kind of screwed with me because even two, I don't ride behind 18
I
wheelers.
think your
I get
audio went
next
out.
to them so I can get ahead of
Oh,
them.
Oh, you're good. You're
Is it
good.
there? Okay. Yeah, I don't ride behind 18 wheelers on the highway, and then I already have a thing with bridges. Like we have one in the area, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. The higher you go, and then there's like barely any guardrails, and I'm like, yeah. I used to hyperventilate getting on it, but now not so much anymore.
I've driven across that bridge before. My other fear is driving. There's a tunnel somewhere. I forget in Norfolk. I think is in Virginia, and you got to
Mhm.
drive under the
hmm.
water.
Yeah, no,
And there's also one in Baltimore too.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, not happening. Nope. Mm.
that's my biggest fear. And maybe they should have turned it into a Final Destination. Is that the walls collapse in on you and all the water
Yeah,
flushes you away.
That'd be a
yeah,
good one.
yeah. So
You
I'm
I'm gonna
should
just
go ahead
write
and
up
write
that
that
script.
down. Don't need Hollywood to
Yeah.
steal that from me.
there. You go. There you go. It just makes me wonder where did they go next because we already know Bloodlines did good and they are getting a sequel. I think next year, maybe early 2020. I don't know. I can't
Hmm.
remember. But I'm like, where can you go in terms of like your opening? Maybe a cruise ship.
I think that was
Or a
the next
tunnel.
one.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
An underwater tunnel that you got to drive through that is miles long.
yeah. Then you need. There's a bridge in New Orleans. I think they said that bridge is like
Hmm.
20 miles long, and it
Oh
gets to the
yeah,
I
point.
drove on it.
Once you hit the middle of it, you can't see land behind you or in front of you.
and most people freak out on that bridge because they can't see the land anymore. And I think a lot of police officers have gone out to rescue people from that bridge because they've had panic attacks. I would too. It's a
20
long time
miles
to be
is a,
driving.
that is. That is.
Okay. Final Destination 5. Yeah. Okay. Because that's a good one. That is a good one.
It is.
So I'm going to go ahead and take this one to Christmas time.
Okay.
And it's 2016's Better Watch Out.
Oh.
That's a good
Okay.
movie too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all seen it, so y'all know it's treated as a typical Christmas home invasion movie
Yeah.
where Ashley is babysitting Luke, who is a let me not let me
Little
not do him.
prick.
Let me villainize him just yet. But
He need to be drop kicked.
listen,
Mhm.
more than drop kick.
Paint
Yeah.
can.
To the face. So he stages a fake home invasion to try to win Ashley over. Come to find out it's all fake. And Luke is a complete sociopath slash psychopath.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he not only kills all of Ashley, matter of fact, he killed 2 of Ashley's exes, well, current boyfriend and an ex, but also shoots his best friend because his best friend wanted to leave and he wanted to go home.
Hmm.
He's like, I just want my mommy. He was like, you ain't about to snitch on me. So it's all because he wanted Ashley to fall in love with him. And because she rejects him, he's like, this is the only way. This is the only way I can get you to understand me, Ashley. I love the ending though. When Ashley survives
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and she gives him the middle finger from the ambulance. And
Damn.
he's like, can we go to the hospital and visit Ashley? And then it ends. I was like, you have to give us Better Watch Out too. Like this story has to continue at the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow, some way, because that was such a good movie. It was a good twist and a really good kill. I'll never forget the reaction of seeing the blood and the yellow paint,
Mhm.
just because they wanted to figure out if the Home Alone stuff would work.
Well, because they had that argument in the beginning, and he was
Mhm.
like, no, if you hit somebody in the face with a paint can, it would totally kill them. And he was like, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Let's test it.
I know, right?
And then Home Alone 2 wasn't better because they got hit with a whole banister. They should have died.
Or the brick to the face from the top of the apartment building. Oh yeah.
Even with Daniel Stern getting electrocuted, where his hair puffs up and he
It
turns
was
to a
showing his
Little skeleton.
skeleton and everything.
Yeah.
If Home Alone is basically Saw for kids,
I've seen that
Mhm.
post before. Yeah.
both of them, Home Alone 1 and 2. Because after that,
Yeah.
I don't claim nothing after 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And 2 is the best.
Some
But yeah.
series drag on as a cash grab, and you can tell when it's a cash grab or effort and heart is put into it. Because some franchises we have, you should have stopped maybe 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Maybe. I say like once Kevin McAllister was no longer the focal point,
Yeah.
Move
I don't
on.
care anymore.
Yep. Just move on. And that's how I am. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but that's Paranormal Activity 3 right there.
Oh yeah.
They should have stopped after the Mark ones. The Mark ones, I like the Mark ones. It was good, but you should have stopped. Next of
Yeah.
Kin shouldn't have been made. Ghost Dimension shouldn't have been made. Even
Nah.
Paranormal Activity 4, that should not have been made. That's the longest, most boring one out of the series. But you should have did 1, 2, 3, marked once, and been done.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, Christmas time, Better Watch Out. Add it to your Christmas list. Go watch Luke be a whole hellion
A little menace.
in a Christmas sweater.
Right.
Speaking of Paranormal Activity, though, we are getting another one.
I know.
I know. But
The director.
the name. Go ahead.
Oh, my screen is freezing
Kirsten,
up.
go ahead.
Is it me? Oh god.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reggie.
It says
My screen was like freezing up for a minute there.
okay. It says recording error at the bottom.
It's still recording. It's just it does local recording as well too for the two of you.
Okay.
Okay.
What you said? New Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah, the director of Undertone will be directing it.
Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, there are a lot of directors who are taking off now. Zach Kreger, he appears to be headed in the right direction. Although I watched Barbarian last night, I'll never watch it again.
You didn't like it?
Nope.
You like Barbarian?
I liked the first half. But after that, I was like, the that creature or whatever. Kind of. I don't know if either one of you have played Resident Evil Requiem, the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that's chasing you around at the very beginning, that tall, ugly
Yeah.
creature. That's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of when I watched Barbarian. I was like, they look familiar. Are they relatives?
Yeah, I didn't like Barbarian either. I was just playing with you. I didn't like that movie. It to me, Barbarian felt like three short horror movies all mashed into one.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
little funky with the timelines and everything.
That's why I'm scared of
But
Resident Evil.
I mean, Resident Evil, the games is my thing, but the movies they have yet to nail that. I don't know what's going on.
I like the animated Resident
Oh,
Evil movies.
he's not going with the video games.
I heard, and I'm interested, but I trust Zach Rager. I trust him to do it a justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully he does it right. Or
Yeah,
hopefully he does justice by Resident Evil and we all just be happy with
yeah, yeah. All right, Tristan, your turn.
All right. So have the both of you seen Cabin in the Woods?
it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay. So Cabin in the Woods, a little introduction, Chris Hemsworth, handful of other actors go to a cabin in the woods, and we find out there is another corporation or whatever behind making monsters, and they are also behind putting in gas that make our main characters stupid, which kind of
yeah,
explains any other horror movie ever. They've
yeah,
also got the glass boxes with all these other creatures throughout, which also explain every other horror movie. And the reason why they kill people is because they're sacrificing people to these ancient gods that if they don't sacrifice to, destroy the world. So the end of the movie, we've got the two characters that survive, get the entire corporation killed using their own monsters, and because they survive, the ancient gods don't have their sacrifices, and then the movie ends with us getting a confirmation that the ancient gods are real by seeing the hand jet out from the ground underneath the cabin and the world ends. So, one of my favorite plot twists is that confirmation that it is not just some superstition and that they had a reason to be killing people and children and
mm,
college students and whatever.
And it
yeah,
wasn't just the college students. It was like all around the world.
It was
yeah,
all around the world.
Like,
It was the
yeah, and
Japanese students. Yeah.
yeah, and but they were also like, "Yay, we won! Oh, we turned the demon into a frog!" And it's like, so all around the world, everybody else was solving their own
Hmm.
problems,
yeah,
and therefore ended the world.
yeah. I remember little baby Thor getting on his little dirt bike to make the jump. I knew something was coming. I was like, no, that's too easy. That's way too easy.
He wouldn't have
And
made it no way.
yeah, no,
He
he
went at
wasn't.
that wall.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I
would
was
have
like,
died.
there's no way a character's escaping a horror movie before it even starts. So you think you're going to jump a gap? When he hit that invisible wall, I was like, I knew it. Like, something
Yeah,
was coming. I knew it.
he wasn't
I
gonna make
mean,
that jump.
earlier when it shown the bird flying and hit it,
Yeah,
as
Yeah,
soon as he said I
yeah,
was gonna make this jump, I'm like, you're gonna hit it because that bird didn't make it either. But
he
I
would have been
absolutely
Homer
love that
Simpson
movie.
all the way down to
I know,
the
right?
bottom. Oh, I like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah,
I like it when the dude he's the fool and he shows up and
yeah,
the Sigourney Weaver is like, wait a minute, you wasn't supposed to survive, and he was like, lady, I've been on to you since we got here.
I know, right? Damn.
I had my retractable bong ready to go.
Right.
Yep, yep,
He stayed ready, so you don't have to get ready.
yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll give you one. I'm going right back to 2015's The Visit.
Also on my list.
Diaper
Never
to the face.
it never saw it
Mhm.
coming. So you got obviously the two kids, Becca and Tyler. They go to visit their grandparents, who are the parents of their mother, and obviously I can't remember what happened, but anyway, they don't speak. So they go visit their grandparents, but throughout the movie, the grandmother was doing some weird shit. Like
The sundowning stuff. Yeah.
not even just that, just when they were under the house and the way she was moving through the underground part of the underneath the house, I was like, yeah, something's not right. And
It's
then
like
when she
demonically moving, which is weird.
exactly
Hmm.
exactly, and then they're cleaning the oven, and she's like, no, get in there and clean it. I was like, she's gonna close the oven, she's gonna turn it on, like just don't do it. But then so they find the psychiatric, was it the hospital uniforms, and
Yes.
then
Hmm.
and then at the same time that's when they found the grandparents' real bodies, right? I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
I
And
can't
no, wait,
remember.
I think mom
They
told them that was those are not your grandparents.
Yeah, they were on a video chat,
Yeah. And
and
she was like,
She
they was
turned the
like, there's
laptop around.
yeah, they turned the
yeah,
laptop and she was like,
who
wait a
were they?
minute.
Yeah,
Who is that? And it was
yeah,
like, grandma and granddad. And it was like, she's like, no, I don't know them people. And
yeah,
then that's when chaos ensues. And then they do end up finding their grandparents.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I have. I mean, the visit was kind of too easy, but then again, look whose name was attached to it. I knew it was going to be something that comes out of left field.
But it was too many like it was too like okay, obviously first time watch you don't know, right? But then when
Yeah.
you go back and rewatch it and you're looking at all the signs, you're
Yeah,
just like I got a whole shed full of dirty diapers. What there's no way.
yeah,
Not a sane person. And
hell,
then so but even if but the kids, shame on them. Shame on them for not telling their mama like, "Hey, grandma and granddad is a
something ain't
ooh,
right. Something ain't
something ain't
right.
right." I mean, yes, your mom is in the middle of the ocean right now, but still, like, you should be alerting your mother that your grandparents are acting strange. Because
Yeah,
that's
At
the
least
first thing
take a
I'm gonna do.
selfie and then send it. I mean,
Right. So I didn't understand that either. I didn't understand like why they didn't take a picture with their grandparents when they first got there to be like, hey, we arrived safely.
yeah, yeah,
Because
because they're
then
walking around with that
you know,
camera the whole time.
there wouldn't have been no movie.
yeah. And what was up with Tyler and his little freestyle raps? Like, why'd y'all put that in the movie? I was like, oh, dude, come on, stop it.
I think the actor, the little boy, was like,
He
"Hey,
might
Mr.
have.
Shyamalan, I can rap." And he was like, and he rapped for him. He was like, "You know what? That's funny. Put it in the movie."
Yeah, it was
And
cringy.
that's why he got a dirty diaper to the face.
I, I'd have threw up all over the place.
Listen, you and me both. But he got the strength of Wakanda from that diaper being smushed into his
Oh,
face.
that fridge door came to handy work right there.
He put in work.
Yeah, yeah,
Me and my
So
dad about puked when we watched it.
I would have puked first, and then I
it,
would have got to work.
I guess it would have been on site at that moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't put listen. You don't put your bodily fluid, or in this case, excrete
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
on
yeah,
my face.
yeah.
He smushed it into his face.
The way that he
I would.
held it too, and he like slowly did it, and then like folded it on there. Mm-mm.
You got to see me
I'm catching a charge.
now. I'm going to jail,
Yeah, pronto, fast, ASAP.
and I'm not gonna claim insanity. I'm not gonna claim self defense. I'm just gonna tell you straight up.
You played
I
with.
did it.
Yep, you played with me. You had to pay.
Oh man, the visit was.
And then you got to hear me rap while I squish this fridge door too.
Torture. There you go.
Yeah.
That was torture.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, the visit. It was a really good one. Okay, so I'm bouncing around now because okay, I'm gonna talk about the one that was kind of like the similar to the one that we talked about earlier. Oddity,
Mhm.
2000s. What lies beneath?
Okay.
What lies beneath?
Yeah.
Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer
Mhm.
and is it Indiana Jones?
Harrison Ford.
Yes, Yes, Harrison Ford.
Okay.
So, What Lies Beneath follows Claire Spencer, whose quiet life begins to unravel as she starts experiencing strange paranormal events inside her lakeside home. She believes the ghost of a missing young woman is trying to contact her and begins investigating what happened. As Claire digs deeper, she becomes convinced someone nearby got away with murder. So, the whole time during the movie, Claire thinks it's her neighbor. The plot twist is it's not her neighbor, it's her husband. Her husband was cheating on her with this young woman, and she was going to expose it to Claire. So Claire's husband killed her and buried her body beneath the lake. Well, basically just put her in the lake.
Yeah.
And so when Claire discovers the truth, her husband tries to kill her too. And the ghost comes back and is like, not on my watch. You can
Good
die too.
good one. Good one.
Hmm.
Definitely a good one.
That's probably it at the time. Yeah, with 2000, I probably watched What Lies Beneath multiple times because just again, it when you first watch, you're like, oh, the ghost is trying to take her out. Oh wait, it's the neighbor. Wait, who? Her
Exactly.
husband.
Yeah.
So another great one where you get some supernatural in it, you get a little mystery behind it, and it ends up being the husband.
Out of left field.
Totally out of left field.
Yeah.
Because he's like sympathy at first, and then he's like, and then she's like, I know. And then he's like,
Uh,
so you got to go.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's how husbands like that, controlling people like that are. I mean, they got that light switch that they can just cut on and off.
Yeah.
So if y'all watched Scary Movie 2
Mhm.
and the part
Scary
with
movie
the red
too.
dress, that's from What Lies Beneath.
Oh,
Oh,
snap. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
the
either.
what in What Lies Beneath, Claire is in the kitchen and she's in the dress
Mhm.
and her husband shows up, and they, they're basically everything that you saw in Scary Movie 2 is what
Mhm.
happens in What Lies Beneath. And then when she leans in, her face becomes the other woman.
Yeah.
And but in the beginning, she's like, I think she knows. And then he's like, who? And then she leans in and says, your wife. And then Claire is actually standing in the doorway instead of being on top of her husband.
Damn. Damn.
So yeah. So that scene from Scary Movie 2 is from
Mhm.
the movie What Lies Beneath.
Another movie to add to my watch list.
It's a slow burn though. But you like it. You'll like it. You like slow
Yeah.
burns. You're good. All
Oh yeah.
right. What you got next?
Oh, forgot. My bad.
Yeah. You
Let's see. Have either of you seen a movie called The Woman in the Yard?
Yes.
no, I was curious about that, to be honest.
It's a very slow
Okay,
Okay.
so it is pretty slow burn, yes, for sure. But the twist, the very end twist, to me is so worth it. Okay, so the movie starts off. We see a woman. She's got two kids. We find out that her husband just died. They were in a car crash together, and she's got this messed up leg. But because they aren't working, their electricity gets cut off.
Mhm.
Um, phone bills aren't paid either. So this kind of sets up why they can't charge their phone to call for help or anything like that. So the movie starts off, and then we see this woman is sitting in their yard. She's got like this black veil and this black dress on and everything. And mom steps out there to go ask her to leave what she's doing there, and she wants to kill her and her children. I mean, there's no other thing to it. The movie goes along, and slowly the chickens in their yard die. The dog dies. Then we find out that this woman in the yard, her powers are kind of have to do with the shadows.
Mhm.
So one of the strong suits of the movie is the way that they do their lighting, and some of their jump scares are really good. Uh, but it ends up becoming nighttime, so The mom and the kids go up to the attic to hide out. They've got a flashlight. For some reason, it's the only light they have. And this woman's up there and she is attacking them and they're trying to fight her off. And we end up finding out that the mom is the reason why the husband died. She kind of caused the car crash while they were arguing because the mom is no longer happy with this life out of the city. She can't sleep, it's too quiet. So they end up fighting, and it's raining while they're driving. So she kind of causes his death. We find out after we find out why the woman in the yard is there, and it is because she says, "Well, you've been asking for me." Every single morning, the mom has been asking for strength. Not strength for anything except to take her own life.
Mm-hmm.
It is really her own suicidal thoughts and guilt taking a form. But she doesn't want to die because she doesn't want to leave her kids. Earlier in the movie, we see the mom stab a pillow, but there's like a glimpse where we see her holding her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of find out that she actually stabbed her daughter and killed her way earlier in the movie. And in the attic, she killed her son by hitting him with a fire poker. And she is in this shed or something like that, and she commits suicide. And the very end of the movie is her in this mirror verse afterlife type deal because it shows one of her paintings and the letters are in reverse with her family and her dog and her husband. So the plot twist is that she killed basically her whole family and her dog and herself. So as far as plot twists go, that was one that had a very heavy impact.
Yeah.
And took some looking up to do because I'm not the smartest guy around and I needed some explaining.
I did that with my movie, so I'm with you.
Yeah. Woman in the Yard was very heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy.
I'm gonna add that to my watch list then.
It was a good one, but like she said, it is a slow burn. Not much happens because it's quite literally a woman sitting in the front yard for like the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So
and she gets closer and closer every day.
Okay.
And her kid is the one that notices the woman in the yard first. And she's like, "Mom, who is that?" And she's like,
oh, yeah.
"I don't know."
Okay.
And he stepped out with a gun too.
Oh, yeah.
What's the movie studio behind it? Is it A24? I'm not a fan of them, honestly.
I want to say
it might be, but I don't think so.
Let me see. It is Blumhouse.
Blumhouse.
Oh. Oh, well. Blumhouse isn't the giant they used to be.
Well, Blumhouse with Universal. So.
Oh, okay.
Pick your poison.
Yeah. Well, Blumhouse is trying to make a comeback. They partnered up with James Wan, Atomic Monster. So.
Oh yeah.
That means we'll start getting good Blumhouse movies again, because Jesus.
They're the studio behind the I guess the reboot or remake of Blair Witch Project. It comes out next year.
Yeah, September.
I'm looking forward to that because
24th.
It's also the same team from the original, isn't it?
Well, Heather didn't come back, and I don't blame her.
He means production team. The production team behind the first Blair Witch.
Daniel Myrick and Daniel Myrick and who else? Sanchez. I just don't remember his first name. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah. Woman in the Yard is good. It's again, like I said, it is a slow burn. It does take a minute to get to the darkness, but once it starts going, it starts going.
Yeah. I'm gonna add it to my watch list then.
And that twist is, I walked out feeling real heavy.
Oh, then that is a must. So okay, I have 2009's Orphan.
Orphan. Also, that's in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, I threw it on there because
I thought it was too easy.
I mean, well, yeah, but at the same time, I was like, that is probably in the top 10 of the actual like plot twist.
That along with Saw are very iconic for
Yeah,
plot
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
twists.
I
So
didn't, I didn't, I didn't think about that, but so yeah, then not much is need to be said on that one. I just know when the doctor calls the mother and she's like, "You got to go get your husband because that's not a child. That's a grown woman."
Yeah, when she took them teeth out.
she's like 40 years old. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She took them
yeah,
teeth out.
yeah. But I think that also for Vera Farmiga, that was her star because I don't care what no one say. You can throw her in the category of scream queen.
Oh
Throw her
yeah.
in there.
Oh
She
Yeah,
earned it.
most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
she earned it.
Yeah, when she started taking all of the her alternate ego off, let's go with that.
Yeah,
When she started taking her alternate ego off and her wrinkles start like, first of all, whatever makeup she was using to hide her wrinkles,
I
baby
know,
girl, I need that in
right?
the future to hide my wrinkles. Okay. I don't have no wrinkles just yet, but I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that cream. I need to look like I'm 12 years old too.
She pulled it off. She pulled
So
it off.
whatever makeup she was using, sign me up. But when she started taking all that stuff off because the father rejected her, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
again, you're portraying yourself as a 12-year-old little girl.
yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
You thought the father was on that type of time? Come on,
Right.
really?
I mean, she could just got on Roblox.
I,
I can't.
I mean, he right.
But still, like, I think she in her mind forgot. Like, I'm a 12-year-old little girl.
Yeah, yeah,
And so, she thought that he had picked up what she was putting down. Like,
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not a kid.
yeah.
I'm not a kid. And he was like mush right in the face. And it made her feel some type of way.
I guess
I
so.
think wasn't he also a cheater in that movie?
He was.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
Yeah.
was.
So that was another reason why she was trying to get with him too, was because she knows that he's not the most loyal man around. So
Yeah, yeah,
Right. And then she's trying to get rid of them people kids.
hmm
yeah, yeah. She set the treehouse on fire, and she took the parking brake off on Max and let the car roll down the hill.
Knowing Max was deaf and he couldn't really speak.
Yeah, yeah. You know, there's a new one coming out, right?
a
If it's
third
a
one.
real
Yeah, they're working on the third one now. I'm just confused to where they can.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you first kill was a
Did she
prequel.
die?
And yeah, she got when she kept calling Vera Farmiga mommy or whatever. She was like, "I'm not your mother," and she kicked her head. Her head went all the way to the side.
Yeah.
That was it.
She kicked them dentures into the bed.
Yeah, that was it. So first kill was already a prequel. So are you going to go back before the events of first kill too?
It's probably okay. So my
Mm,
understanding is that the family that she was with in Orphan was her second family. Oh, no, sorry, her third family. So first kill, obviously first family. There was a family in between those two.
Okay, okay,
So we might go to the second family that because that's how I think first kill, first kill when she ends up in the asylum,
she
or did she
escapes
get
from
away?
she escapes in the beginning.
Right. So she escapes from the asylum. She ends up with the first family. So I think this next one that we're getting is probably going to be the second family before the
Yeah,
third family that we got in the original Orphan movie.
like I say, I think that was the plot twist in first kill. It wasn't a major plot twist, but you didn't exactly see it coming either.
Right.
yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll enjoy it probably.
Orphan.
Yeah, probably, maybe we'll see.
What was her name in Orphan?
Esther.
Esther.
Yeah,
Esther.
that sounds like an old woman name.
The old woman
A little
name.
bit.
You went to the orphanage and was like, no, I don't want little Jennifer. I want Esther.
I know, right? Whatever.
Okay. So my next one is 2004's Secret Window with Johnny Depp.
That's in my top
Okay.
10 as
Okay.
well.
That wasn't honorable mentions. I can take that off.
So Johnny Depp is a writer who is falling apart because his wife is cheating on him. And So while he's in his cabin alone, he is confronted by a mysterious man named John Shooter, who accuses him of stealing one of his stories. And so as Shooter becomes increasingly more violent, Mort struggles to prove his innocence while trying to stay alive. Plot twist: John Shooter doesn't exist. And it's actually a
It
play on
wasn't real.
words.
Jaw dropper.
Yes. And he is an alternate personality that Mort has created in his mind. And it represents his desire to for revenge and to go and kill his wife, ex-wife, or soon to be ex-wife, and or ex-wife and her lover. So the word the shoot her,
Yeah.
not shooter, play on words. Shoot her.
Yeah, you're right.
So I listen, first time I never saw this movie in theaters. I think the first time I saw it was when I covered it on another podcast with someone else. And that was my first time seeing
Mhm.
Secret Window. And I was like, this is crazy. But it's also Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites of his movies for sure.
Yeah. I can agree with that one.
And you don't and honestly, you don't see this twist coming. You
At
don't
all.
see it coming. You're
At all.
you're you're like, he is real, this man is really getting violent towards him. And then
Oh
come to
wait,
find out he's doing it to himself.
I've actually got the DVD right in
Wow.
reach on my
Nice.
desk.
Right.
Nice. But yeah, so if you haven't seen Secret Window, Johnny Depp
Check it out.
doing what Johnny Depp does.
Check it out. It's worth it.
Very much. You're Tristan.
All right. So have either of you seen? I know Reggie, you just said A24 films are not really your thing, but this is also in my top 10. A movie called Heretic. It's got Sophie Thatcher and Hugh Grant in it. It's a very good, like, theological movie. So the two main actresses, I forgot the other actress's name, but she did a really good job too. But Sophie Thatcher and this other woman, they are Mormons on mission trying to get recruits into their church, and they're going door to door like salesman type deal. Uh, and they go to Hugh Grant's house. Hugh Grant invites them in. They're both like, "Well, do you have a female roommate?" He's like, "Does my wife count?" So they come in, and he apparently has read like the entire book of Mormonism. And he kind of gets into this theological argument and questions them about theology and Jesus Christ and polyamory and all that other stuff to do with Mormonism. So he eventually gets them into his basement. He's got two doors, one named, I think it's Truth, and one named Faith. They both go Faith, and in the bottom, it's very bleak, it's wet, it's dark, everything like that. He ends up sending somebody that he says is a true prophet. He is this prophet is going to eat this blueberry pie that has belladonna and wolfsbane in it. So that way this prophet will die and she will actually come back from the dead and tell you what she saw. So this woman eats this pie in a very disgusting way and dies. They check her pulse. They find out she is truly dead. She ends up coming back to life and says that there is like clouds and there's nothing and there's angels and this, that, the other. It's a bunch of random nonsense. But she ends it with saying it's all a lie. Uh, and then we find out that this prophet's not real. Hugh Grant has multiple women locked in cages that he has starved and made cold and psychologically broken them all to follow him. So the prophet's not real. All of it was a setup. Sophie Thatcher ends up dying at the end of the movie, and Hugh Grant gets the surviving Mormon girl to say that the only true religion is control, because that's what Hugh Grant has over his women, and Hugh Grant has controlled this entire thing from the beginning because he has set it all up. So he did not have a real prophet or anything like that. There was no religious story. It was all a speech written by him and everything. So it's a pretty good
Good
twist.
pick. Good pick.
But
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
pick.
yeah. Hmm.
dude,
Hugh Grant is great in this movie.
Yeah.
that
So
movie, so good dialogue.
Yeah.
it's
Sophie
like
Thatcher, she is mainly known for Companion, I want to say.
Yes.
wasn't she also in Boogeyman?
Boogeyman, yes, the latest Boogeyman. I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
I
yeah.
was gonna
Boogeyman
say not the
2020
original one.
You know,
something.
not the original, the remake.
Yes, the
Okay.
remake from like
Okay.
2024 or something like that. Or is
Something
it
like it's
2025?
it's only a few years old. It's not that old. It's fairly
That's a
recent.
good one too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. So going back to it, I have 2003's Identity.
Identity.
Good one. Good one. You see throughout the movie, all these characters start dying one by one, only to find out those characters come from the mind of one person. And
Yes.
then you get the reveal when what's the little boy name? I can't. Is it
Timmy.
Timmy? Okay, okay. So at the end of the movie, you have whatever that guy's name in the back of the police cruiser, and then Timmy is standing over the woman. And what did she say? So he says, "Oh, whores don't get a second chance."
He said, "Whores don't get a
And
second chance."
and then, and when he says that, you start to get the montage, the flashes of all these people that you thought the kid was killing, only to find out that that's one person. That kid was his last remaining psycho person. And
Yeah.
then you see him, they check on him. I think the officer opened up part of the cage in the back seat, which I think allowed him to be able to choke him out.
Yeah, because he started seizing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
because he started seizing, because he became the last identity, which was sorry, last of one of the good
yeah,
identities. Because
yeah.
let's just be honest, every identity in this one was trifling except for her.
The motherfuckers were crazy.
Um, so he ends up becoming the female identity, and she's doing, she's out there, in her little orange grove, living her best life in Florida,
Uh-huh.
singing and everything. And so outside of that, in the guy's head,
Yeah.
she's singing, but he's singing out loud. And so then Timmy shows up,
Like I say,
and then he's like hitting this tool against his hands, and she turns around and she's like, no. And then
yeah,
that's when we start getting all the flashbacks
yeah,
of
yeah,
Timmy
yeah,
taking everybody out. And
yeah.
so outside, and the dude, he's like, no, no. And so the guy's like, oh, the guard opens the door because he's trying to check on him. And then that's when we get the whores don't get a second chance. And then
That was it.
that
That
was
was
it.
it.
It
And
was a wrap.
it's the same thing, dissociative identity disorder.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Except in
I
the
think that's a
movie, they
good
didn't
twist.
call it that. They called it
Split personality or something.
split
Yeah,
personalities.
yeah.
And of course, the psychological term was upgraded because of that, because it's not technically split personalities. It's your brain basically created different identities.
Yeah, yeah,
Look at that.
yeah.
Love
There
it.
you go.
But I will say this, Identity, when that movie came out, I went and saw it in theaters, and then I went and got the DVD. I watched that movie every day
It's a
for
good one.
3 months.
It's a good one.
I would go
That's
to
some
sleep
dedication.
watching Identity,
Yeah.
because
See?
that's how good that movie was to me. And John Cusack is in that one.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Amanda Peet. What's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name right now. Is it Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta. He passed away a couple years
Yeah,
ago. Or last
yes.
year, something like that.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in that. He's in Identity too. And then there's a whole bunch of other people that I didn't recognize, like off. Like
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in anything else. But yeah, I love Identity. Like, because when you're watching it, you're trying to figure out, what does this trial that this mysterious trial that they're having in the middle of the night. What does that got to do with these 9 people, or is it 10? I think it's 9.
No. Uh, yeah, no. Oh, I thought I wrote it down. Guess
9
not.
or 10 people. We don't know why we're watching these people at this hotel and what it has to do with this trial that's going on with this dude. And then we find out. And there's like, oh, we gave him this drug and we put all of his identities in the same space at this hotel. Love that one. Okay, so man, Identity was one of my honorable mentions because
Okay.
I wasn't
all
gonna
right.
let that slide.
Yeah, there you go.
So, okay, so this was a double because there's a sequel to it, and it is not sequel, a remake. It's The Tale of Two Sisters / Uninvited.
Oh.
I've
Oh.
So, yes, The Tale of Two Sisters is actually I want to say a South Korean horror movie, but Uninvited is the remake. And so in this one, one of the sisters is released from a psychiatric hospital to go live with her father and his young new wife. And so they start experiencing strange supernatural events. The sister is talking to her sister, and she's convinced that her sister is convincing her that the stepmother is trying to kill her. And so, and also kill dad too. And actually, they also in the remake, the stepmother is accused of killing the mother because she was the nurse. Right. So, in reality, the sister's been dead the whole time. And she hasn't really been talking to her at all. It's just been in her head that she assumed that she was talking to her sister. She ends up killing the stepmother.
Oh wow.
The sisters end up killing the stepmother. But when dad pulls up, it's only the daughter, the only daughter. So the original is damn good because it's mostly, Asian horror. It's mostly Asian horror. And so
maybe.
but
We're
it's mostly Asian horror, but the remake does what it's supposed to do.
Okay. Okay. All right. As a matter of fact, I heard of that movie from Sydney over at Horror Chronicles. She covered it on her podcast, so that's where I originally heard from it.
So yeah, it deals with grief, deals with psychological stuff, but also the fractured mind and what it will create. See, I got a lot of mind stuff on my list.
I see.
yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong
I
with that.
think that's been our theme. Is I've been a lot of endings that are more confirmation than anything, and then you love the either split personalities or identities, and then Reggie, you also like kind of, I guess I want to say true colors being shown, maybe. I don't know, because of
Yeah.
the guest mainly, but
Yeah.
is Uninvited an American remake? Because I think you said Tale of Two Sisters is
South Korean.
Korean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay, so Uninvited is an American remake of it?
correct.
Okay, that's what I've seen. I have not seen Tale of Two Sisters, but I've seen Uninvited.
Yeah, there's a scene in there where in A Tale of Two Sisters where somebody's dead body is underneath the stove.
Oh wow.
Like all the way underneath the stove. And I was like, I'm about to turn this off. I don't need to be in my kitchen and somebody and I open up that drawer. You know that drawer that nobody uses at the bottom of the stove?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Open that up and a pale face like no. Yeah.
Nah,
No.
I'll pass.
But yeah, Tell of Two Sisters. If you've never seen it or Uninvited, you can watch either or. It's still the
Okay.
same story.
All right.
I'll probably still check out the South Korean version though.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna do the same.
All right. So That is one of my honorable mentions because all my top 10 have been marked off because one of you two has covered at least one or two of them. So
Mhm.
I've got a movie called Would You Rather.
All
It
right.
Yeah, I've
is
seen that one.
Yeah.
it's this girl, she's struggling for some money. She finds out about this ridiculously rich guy holding a dinner where you can earn some money by doing some dares that he may give you. So, like some guy that's sober, he says, I'll give you like $15,000 if you chug this thing of whiskey. I'd take that money. So, and it goes more and more and more. And eventually there's only her and this one guy left. And she kills him because she's got a brother at home that she wants to take care of. And this might have been like because it was in my honorable mentions, I probably shouldn't have put it in a plot twist top 10, but she does get home and her brother has committed suicide
Mhm.
because he feels like a burden on his sister. So the only reason why I kind of put it as a twist was because we weren't expecting him to have killed himself,
Mm,
and it kind of makes it to where the reason why she did everything that she did kind
Mhm.
of go for nothing.
yeah.
And she did make a lot of money. It's a very sad ending, and it probably should have been in like a top 10 endings list instead, but it's what I had. So,
That I think it qualifies as a plot twist because you don't see that coming.
At all.
and
Like,
it's very sad.
yeah, and it's sad. Yeah, you don't see it coming, and it's sad.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna raise you one. 2005's The Descent.
Which
Ooh,
ending
that's
though?
a good movie.
I'm gonna say, I guess this one would be our ending where she climbs out of the cave, gets in the car, she sees Juno's dead body, and then she realizes she's still in the cave. That's the US ending, right? Because I know it was two.
I think
Okay.
I believe
because
so.
there's two different endings for
Yeah.
the descent.
Yeah. I think ours was
Just
the
like
one
there's
with
two different endings for Jaws for the
it's
revenge.
a lot of these
Mhm.
movies have different endings. Like Get Out had two different endings, one of which Chris was in jail. So a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
movies, yeah, that ending would have been horrible.
Oh, we
Yeah.
would have rioted.
Paranormal Activity had like four.
Who?
Paranormal Activity had like
Yeah.
four, I
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
believe.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're absolutely right. Okay, okay. But yeah, the story is long story short, Juno, that trifling hoe,
Yeah.
she she stabs her friend on accident in the neck with the pickaxe, and rather than help her, she leaves her. But in her dying breath, she tells Sarah that, hey, Juno's been fucking your husband.
Gotta.
Yep. And then it leads to them having their showdown. And Sarah, she stabs Juno in the leg and leaves her to die as the monsters are closing in on her. And just what we thought, oh, she got out the cave, she good to go. Gotcha. You're still in there.
She hallucinated everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or girl too. I mean,
Diabolical.
she got what she deserved, but still, feel bad for her.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, hey, it is what it is.
The Descent is one of them movies where it could have never been me.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been me.
I'm not doing
No.
cave diving. I'm not mountain climbing. I'm not scuba diving. But it is funny. I said I told my wife I wanted to get in a shark cage, but she had to stay on the boat just to make sure I don't get left behind.
Uh, open water.
Yeah, I have a thing with sharks. Don't even know why. Never even seen one, but I would do a shark tank as long as the cables are secure and you stay up top to make sure they don't leave my ass.
Or you end up like 48 meters down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Another one where she hallucinates her freedom.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, all right.
Nah, don't put me in no shark cage. I'm good. We're good. You ain't about to leave me.
If it's secure, I'll do it. If it's secure. I want two boats holding one cage though. So if one break, I still got the other one. Just
Not two
saying.
boats.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay. So my next one is Good Night Mommy, the original, not the remake.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh.
This
I
one,
didn't
the
even
one from
know
2014.
there was one.
Yeah. So the original one is I forgot what country it's from. Austria. Dang, Austria.
Okay,
The
yeah.
so the original Good Night Mommy is an Austrian movie, and it follows. If you've seen the remake, it follows two twin brothers,
Hmm.
Elias, I think I'm saying that right, and Lucas. And their mother returns home with from facial surgery, and she's covered in bandages.
Mhm.
So she's colder than usual. Her behavior has changed, and the boys are starting to believe that the woman underneath the badges, the bandages, excuse me, I said badges, I mean bandages, is not their mother. And so they are determined to uncover the truth. And the truth is that their mother was never replaced. Their mother is their mother. She accidentally killed Lucas in a car accident. And it left her injured, hence why she's in the bandages.
Yeah.
And the Elias, or I'm gonna Elias, has been imagining his brother the whole damn movie.
Another sad one
Yeah, I can
because
agree.
they're pretty young in that. They're like 10 or
Yeah,
Hmm.
11.
yeah, they say they're hella young.
And it also, so again, it's one of the first time you watch it, you don't know none of this is happening, but then you watch it again and then you start picking up on the clues. Like why mom is she is cold
Yeah.
towards the brother that's left because she's killed the other one. And so she's dealing with the grief of having been in a car accident,
Mhm.
and she's taking out one of her twin boys. And he is dealing the way he's dealing with the grief is I've created my brother in my head. My brother has never left me.
Okay. All right.
Are there
So
many differences between the Austrian and American remake?
I think it's the ending, and honestly, I can't remember the
yeah,
2014 ending, but I know at the end of the remake, they set the house on fire,
yeah,
and then that's when we realize that the other brother doesn't exist.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think they end up killing their mother or something like that, burning
Yeah.
the house down, and then that's when we realize that the other brother doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that, but you sound dead on with it.
I've only seen the American one, so same with Speak No Evil. I didn't watch the original until last year.
Another good one with a good plot twist.
Yes, yes.
It's a pretty good plot twist.
All right, your
Oh,
turn.
right. Have the both of you seen a movie called Pandorum? Oh,
No.
okay. So Pandorum is from like the earlier 2000s. It's a more like sci-fi horror. I'd
Okay.
want to say maybe thriller.
Okay.
I shouldn't say horror because it's not too scary, but uh, I'll wait till she gets back.
Okay. Yeah. No, no, that's fine. Good to go. All
Ready?
right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So covering 2009's Pandorum. So the movie goes, it's these people on a spaceship. They had to leave Earth for some time because of whatever we did to the planet, and they had to wait it out. But turns out not everybody stayed asleep for that long. And Pandorum is actually the name of kind of like a mental disease where you kind of start to hallucinate and start to see stuff. And turns out somebody that suffered from it killed like the entire captain's crew or whatever. Is it Jack Quaid? I think it's Jack Quaid that's in that movie, but uh, he's kind of at the head of the ship,
Mm.
and he's trying to guide our main character on his way of coming to where he is. But Jack Quaid finds somebody that is very shady, kind of like a very uh he's just like a very side comment kind of guy where he seems like he might stab you in the neck at any given moment. But the plot twist of it is that Jack Quaid has actually been hallucinating this guy, and that
Mm.
he is actually the one that killed everybody that was head of the ship while he was suffering from Pandorum. And he ended up giving himself a sedative that made his hallucination go away. And that's when he realized he was actually the bad guy the whole time. And it's a very good movie. 2009. Should absolutely check it out. It's one that my brother recommended to me. Uh, if you're into more sci-fi type stuff, and I want to say it's not a slow burn either. There's always something going on in that movie. So,
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
have to check that one out because I haven't. It's been on my list, but I haven't watched it yet.
I've seen the cover and just like scroll past it, but now I think I'm gonna have to go and give that a watch.
oh, it's good.
Okay. All right. So I had 2019's Us.
Us, okay.
Yeah.
I love that one. I saw that in theater.
You can say another Jordan Peele. Um. Okay. So 1986. As a child, what's her name? How do you say it? Adelaide? Adelaide?
Adeline. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So she ventures into a funhouse mirror room on the Santa Cruz, aka Santa Carla Beach. Lost Boys reference. Uh,
For
they
sure.
might, let's say he makes a reference in that movie too, where she goes, "Oh, I think they're filming something on the beach."
Yes.
And given the year, you already know it's Lost
Yes.
Boys.
I knew it's the Lost Boys.
I didn't even
So
think of that.
I knew it was because Lost
Yeah, I
Boys.
knew as soon as she said it. I was
Yeah,
like, she was like,
yeah,
I think they're filming something on the beach. I was like, they
yeah,
filming the Lost Boys.
exactly. Because that's one of my favorites. One of my
Me too.
favorites. I already knew. But so she encounters herself, her underground clone. Her clone chokes her until she passes out, and then she locks her up in the little cage, or she's handcuffed to the table. Yeah. Um, so she gets to live the normal life, but she's not the one that should be living the normal life. But
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, she looks at the son, and he's kind of just like, hmm. She has that little subtle smile, and they just drive off.
Yeah. So, the theory is also that the son was also
Yeah,
swapped at
I
birth as well too.
I heard that, but I was kind of on the fence about it. Just wasn't 100% sure until I gave it a rewatch. It was like something's not right with him either.
Right. Because if you notice his doppelganger, his
Mhm.
lips are missing. So he can't
Oh,
talk.
forgot about that.
He can't say nothing.
Oh shit, that's right.
And because Adeline Adeline, not Red, Adeline knows that anything you do above ground is going to make something happen below ground. So
Yeah,
in my mind, I'm thinking she made something happen to her son above ground, and that's the reason why he ain't got no lips
yeah, yeah,
because he
yeah,
can't talk. He can't
yeah.
go back and be like, no, she switched me at
Ooh.
birth. Because if you noticed when the doppelgangers show up,
Mhm.
the
Hmm.
son's doppelganger didn't attack him.
Didn't even think about that.
He didn't attack him. The other ones, he didn't even try to kill him. He didn't try to kill him or anything. He was just like, show me that trick. Show me
Yeah,
that trick.
yeah,
Show me the trick. Because they were switched.
Oh, wow. And that might have been another reason why he was panicking so much inside that closet too, was
had to
Yes.
because
have been.
he's trying to kind of communicate, but he can't. So the only way that he knows is, let me play with kind of my brother. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jordan.
the other doppelgangers attack.
yeah.
They're doppelgangers. Except Red never attacked, except for in the end when they
Yeah,
was fighting. But she
yeah,
didn't attack him.
Hmm.
She didn't attack her at first.
yeah,
But she sent the other two, and the other two weren't trying to hear nothing. They real person was talking about.
yeah.
You can get these shears to the chest.
Pretty much. And that's the thing with Jordan Peele. His movies, yeah, you got to pay attention to every detail.
Right.
Otherwise, if you miss one or two details, just start the movie over. You're gonna have to.
You have to. And the same thing with Nope. Same thing with Nope. Because if you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss everything.
Yeah, yeah. And I had to watch Nope a few times because the first time I was like, I was confused. I went back and rewatched it and was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you how many times I watched Nope thanks to my my preteen, now teenager daughter. Nope, stayed on our TV. Stayed. She watched it. She would finish it and then she would start it over.
Man, listen, my wife can tell you the same 5 movies will play every day or every night. They'll tell you
For me,
right.
it's been rewatching Supernatural. So
Nice. I need to go give. I'm probably gonna go back and start watching True Blood again.
I was gonna say I've watched Welcome to Derry repeatedly.
Okay, so Welcome to Derry was on repeat in this household. Like I would start every Sunday morning, I would wake up and rewatch all the episodes to get myself prepared for the episode that was dropping that Sunday. Every
It
Sunday,
start,
like how it worked.
it started off slow, but by the time when Pennywise makes this reveal, from that point on, it's all gas and no brakes.
Oh,
And
such a
then
great series.
especially that season finale, oh my god, with the ice and them struggling and Rich popping up and giving them the finger, that
Rich is my
ending
favorite
is
part.
so intense. And then in my mind, what I started to realize, Pennywise could have been escaped. Instead of skipping across the ice and taking it serious, had you ran, you would have made it. But you choose to skip across the ice, taunt the kids, and it backfired. You could have been left.
And honestly, if Stephen King had wrote this, had wrote this series, Pennywise would have been free. But they
Yeah.
wanted to play on Pennywise being a clown.
He's goofy. He played too
yeah,
much.
He
He
playing too
plays
much.
he plays way too much. And
Right.
see, I
Mhm.
think when I watched that, that's when I finally realized that the Stephen King universe, they're all connected.
Mhm.
yeah.
I did not know that. I had
Yeah.
zero clue. None.
All of it's
Uh,
connected.
the Dark Tower, I want to say, is what really does talk about how they are all connected, and also Doctor Sleep, I think it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it
Mhm.
proves that the shine is everywhere too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've heard somebody said that Ellie from Pet Cemetery, the original, might have had a touch of The Shining, which is why she knew Pascal or knew of him.
Oh yeah. No, she definitely had a
oh,
shiny because she knew about Pascal. She knew what was going to happen to her daddy. She knew that her dad was getting ready to do something really, really bad. And yeah,
Yeah.
the only way you would have known that is if you had the shiny.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I'm curious to Welcome to Derry season 2. Because I think the theory that I have, hopefully I might be right, since he admitted in I think the season finale that he experiences time different than we do.
Right.
So he went back to the Black Spot era. He lost that battle. He's going to go back to the Bradley Gang Massacre. He's going to lose that battle.
Yep.
And he's going to get to the Iron Kitchener's explosion. He's going to win, which is going to set up It Chapter 3. Because if you notice in Stephen King's book, there is no It Chapter 3. They're already working on one, a super extended cut of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2,
Mm-hmm.
but
mhm.
Chapter 3 is already in talks. So if there's no Chapter 3 book, he's going back to, because he said his death is his rebirth. So he's going back in time and he's losing to members of the Losers Club. You know, obviously Marge is Richie's mother.
Right.
There's a Eurus in season 1. He's the uncle of Stan from
Right.
the first one. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you know, Mike and Will Hanlon. So
Yeah.
he lost all of them. They're descendants. So he's going to go to season 2. I don't know who he's going to meet. He's probably going to meet a grandparent of 2017's Loser
It's
Club.
probably going to be like the grandparents of like Bill, because that was his whole point, was that he was going to try to take out the descendants.
Yeah,
And that's the reason why he went. That's why he's gone back in time. Is that
exactly.
he's going to take out their descendants.
Yeah. So
You
he's
know
going
who else was taking out people?
who
The guy in my final and last movie.
go ahead. Now I wanna
Okay.
hear it.
2001's Frailty.
Frailty.
Haven't seen that in forever.
So
I haven't seen it.
let me tell you about it. So Frailty follows a man who walks into an FBI office and claims he knows the identity of the infamous God's Hand serial killer. Through a series of flashbacks, he tells a story of growing up with his father, who believed God had chosen him and his 2 sons to destroy demons disguised as ordinary people. While the younger brother, Adam, believes their father without any questions at all, Fenton becomes convinced that his dad has lost all his marbles.
Okay.
Reasonable.
The first reveal, because there's 2 of them,
Okay.
The first reveal is that the man telling the story is not Fenton, it's Adam. And
Okay.
he is the God's hand serial killer. But the movie isn't finished at this point. It is also revealed that their father was not delusional.
Oh.
He could actually
Oh,
see demons and he killed off evil people. And he was carrying out God's mission the entire time.
Wow. Wow.
Frailty.
immediately added
We're
to the
talking
watch
a
list.
Matthew McConaughey
Yeah, he's a damn good actor.
and Bill Paxton
Oh,
is in this one.
I love Bill Paxton. Aliens and Twister. Twister is my non-horror favorite. I love Twister.
Yeah. Bill Paxton plays the dad and he they basically they I know, so I'm not gonna say they drive around town looking for people. It's they could be out somewhere and dad would see one of y'all and be like, that's a demon, son. We gotta go kill him.
All right.
And
and
so
the
he
son would just
passed it.
do it.
Yeah, he would literally he would kill him because he
Wow.
thought they were evil. And
Oh,
then he passed it down to Adam. And then Adam ends up killing Fenton
wow.
Oh,
because Fenton was demonic too.
So I see there's some movies I need to add to my watch list. Then that's what it boils down to.
Frailty.
I've already wrote down eight, eight movies are written down on my watch list.
Those are my 10, but I also have honorable mentions. So I'll
Okay.
wait till y'all do your last ones, and then honorable mentions.
All right.
I've only got one. uh, so star of this one is one of our most recent Scream queens, Samara Weaving's Ready or Not.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
I wasn't ready for Ready or Not. Mhm.
Me.
my plot twist that I have mentioned. Okay, so we've got Samara Weaving's character, Grace, and she is marrying into the LaBelle dynasty. And basically, she's actually got to play a game that comes out of this little card box. And uh, that's how you get introduced into the family. But she unfortunately and unknowingly picks the one deadly game, which is hide and seek. So she finds out that it's actually a deadly game after she gets dragged off to the side by her now husband and sees the favorite maid get shot. So she goes through one of the most struggling types of nights ever, maybe. I mean, she goes through a lot of that movie. She gets shot in the hand. She gets her back like cut open from the fence. She gets beat. She gets choked. I mean,
She goes through it.
tranquilized. She goes through a lot.
I would have gave up.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's funny because she actually didn't kill many of them at all. I think she killed like two. Uh,
Yeah, all the rest of them were accidental deaths.
I mean,
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
literally, the sister-in-law killed two of the maids, I want
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
But anyways, she gets to the end. She survives till dawn, miraculously. And then for like a couple minutes of sunrise, nothing's happening. This family has been upholding this tradition with the belief that they will all die based on what's happened to other families. And then they all start to blow up. One by one, they all start to blow up. I want to say it starts off with the aunt. The aunt Helene dies first
Hmm.
because she raises up the axe. She's like, she still has to die, and then, oops, and then she blows up, and then it is the dad, then
Hmm.
the sister-in-law, and her two kids,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
and
die
then
off
Samara
screen.
Weaving throws the ring at her now fiance, and then he blows up, and she also sees Mr. LaBelle appear in his chair. So plot twist being that Mr. LaBelle is real and that they will die if they didn't kill her. So I thought the only reason why it became a plot twist was because for a minute or two they didn't blow up. So that is my last thing that I had wrote down.
Okay. All right.
Radio not as wild.
Have you seen the second one? I love it.
I haven't actually. I was gonna watch it last night, but I was sleepy, and because I was sleepy from my Dynasty of the Sims. Don't judge me. And so I was like, I'm
No
just gonna
judgment.
go watch it today.
You should. You
So
should.
I'm gonna go.
I
and
watched
watch
it in theaters with my family because I actually showed it to my wife. Well, I showed the first one to my wife because she never seen it. And I'm like, I'm buying it immediately. And then showing her the first one, she got hyped up when she found out there was a second one coming. Then me, her, and my parents rewatched it the night before we went to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched the second movie in theaters. And then the day it came to streaming, I bought it just to find out it came to Disney Plus like a couple weeks later.
Right.
It's
Ain't
on
that
Hulu
always the
too.
way?
Yeah, it's on
Mhm.
Hulu.
Yep.
That
So
always happens. But yeah, Ready or
I
Not was a
love
good
both
one.
of those.
Okay. All right. All right. So for my final one, Hereditary.
Ooh,
Who didn't see
Hereditary.
the poll coming?
Yeah. Yeah. And it turned out all of that was a setup. The symbol is on the pole that hit her. You could say the mother, damn good actress. Was it Tony Collette or
Toni
something?
Collette.
Toni
Toni
Collette.
Collette.
Yeah.
Damn good.
Love her.
And she got robbed. She should have won. She should have won an award for that position because she came to play. She went to work that day. She
Yeah.
went through it though. She was being groomed. She started looking like, oh, this woman's crazy. The father was like,
Hmm.
he was looking at her like, yeah, you're off your rocker. Coming to find out, even then, her friend from the support group was friends with grandma. So everything
Was
was,
behind it too.
yep, everything was orchestrated from the head all the way to her chasing him up to the attic. Yeah. Yeah.
That
And even
movie
then,
is so good.
it is. It
They
is
set that poor baby up.
sacrifice because they say she was the original host for the demon pieman or whatever.
Right.
But
Payman, yeah.
when he gets in that attic and you can hear it, you're like, what is that noise? And then they show her sawing away at her neck.
On the way her head. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So he
Yeah, that's
jumps out.
another one I only watched one time, and I was like, I'm good. We're good here.
I watched it a couple times, but
Okay.
it's long as hell. It's so damn long.
It is really long, but that's not the reason why I won't watch it again. It's just like it's a lot of visuals in there. Now I was just like, you know what? No,
It's to me, it's an unsettling movie.
it is.
But
Very
the
much.
the tension
Oh, it's so
building,
good.
the tension building doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, I can.
I'll never forget
One time.
watching it in theaters. I think it was my 15th birthday. I watched it with my family, and we were the only ones in theater. And seeing her chase him up the steps of the
Yeah.
attic, and then you start hearing the knocking on the attic door, and it's her
Head
beating
bunny.
her
Bam,
head
bam,
on
bam,
that
bam.
door.
Mm.
It was so good. And then
Yeah.
him jumping out the window. I don't blame him. I would have done the same damn thing too.
I'd
Who
have
you
gone out
talking
the window too.
Man, look, when she came out that corner to chase him, first of all, I was like, where the hell she come from? She was in the corner the whole time.
She was in the corner the whole time.
Couldn't see her.
And he
So she
tripped.
came out. Man,
Oh,
You gotta
such
have a
good
trip
movie.
scene. You gotta have somebody tripping in a horror
Yeah.
movie. It's gotta happen. It's
yeah.
got to happen. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an unspoken rule. If you don't trip, we don't care.
If you don't trip, you get the "I'll be right back" trope. So common. Matthew Lillard wasn't lying when he said that. Neither was Randy. He knew
Randy was like, you don't say I'll be right back because you're not coming back.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
And then
Oh, and the
that's always-
dad trying to light the book on fire, and then he ended up on fire too.
Yeah.
That movie was so good. I'm gonna rewatch it after this.
I am not going. Nope.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
not
Nope.
today. Oh, not today. Nope.
Okay,
Not
so
today.
honorable mentions. I'm gonna list, and then I'll just explain what the twist is, and then we can go. I actually had some really good honorable mentions. I should have put all of these on my list, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so first one is 2009's Triangle. Basically the twist in this one is Jess and her friends go on this sailing trip. Then they come across this boat. Their boat is overturned. They come across a boat. There's a killer on the boat. The killer ends up being Jess. They're stuck in a time loop.
Yeah.
And every time they get killed, they end up back on the boat, and Jess is the killer in that one. So she kills herself, and then the time loops all over again. It's weird.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
It's weird. I started to watch it, and I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this one. I watched it twice. Don't judge me.
No
So
judging.
second one is Dead End. So this is
That's a good
another
one.
Christmas movie. Families traveling home for Christmas. They are trying to avoid traffic. Dad takes a shortcut. Plot twist: they done been in a car accident. Everybody dies. And the reason why they are stuck on this endless road is because, and a hearse keeps coming to pick them up, is because they are in the afterlife. The only person that survives is the daughter.
Wow.
Everybody else dies. Session 9. I don't know if you ever seen this
That's
one.
a good one. Yeah.
Has the dude from CSI Miami in it. The dude with the glasses, Horatio. That's what I'm calling
It is.
So session 9, we follow a hazmat crew that's been hired to remove the asbestos. As they're working, things start happening. One of the crew members starts listening to this tape from Gordon. He starts listening to this tape from this entity called Simon. And so we don't never really understand if Gordon snaps and kills everybody, or if he snaps because of Simon, or if he just snaps because he just snaps. Because a lot of stuff happens before he takes this trip. I mean, before he takes this job. His wife is cheating on him, is about to leave him. I think he's about to lose his apartment. They're about to get evicted or something like that. Like, a lot is happening to where his psychological mental is. So we don't know whether he gets possessed by Simon, or if his mental he has a mental breakdown and just ends up killing the whole crew.
Man.
Session 9. Last one is, and I just rewatched this one, The Orphanage. Yeah. Guillermo del Toro's The Orphanage.
I remember it.
So in the orphanage, we follow Laura, who returns to an orphanage that she grew up in, and she has her adopted son Simon. Simon starts talking to invisible people, because we all know how that goes down. So he ends up missing, and she's desperately trying to find him. Come to find out later on, she accidentally locked Simon into a hidden passageway. He falls and kills. He ends up getting killed. And so while she's looking for him, the one place she didn't look was in the basement where he was.
Okay.
Wow.
And so in the end, and that was a second plot twist. Once she finds out the truth, and that the ghosts were trying to help her find her son, she eventually dies too. And she becomes a ghost as well. And all the kids are like, it's Laura, it's Laura. All the ghost kids are like, it's Laura, it's Laura, it's Laura. And then we come outside, and there is a tombstone dedicated to Laura, Simon, and all of the kids that died in the orphanage. Those are my honorable mentions.
Tragic.
It actually is. We talked earlier about sad endings. The Orphanage is a sad ending, because she didn't know. There's one point where she grabs up Simon, and she's like, just close your eyes, because she thinks that the orphanage ghost kids are getting ready to come and try to take him, and she's holding him, and she's like, just keep your eyes closed, my love. Just keep your eyes closed. Just keep your eyes closed. They'll go away. And then she comes back to reality, and she's holding nothing.
Damn.
And then she turns around, and she sees her baby laying on the ground. And then the flashback of what happened. She accidentally locked him in there. And then she heard something crash, not knowing that it was him.
Damn.
See? Sad ending. Sad plot twist. But those are my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Interesting. You said you had one more left as honorable mention? Or did we get it?
I've got one more. But it's okay, so it's kind of the book that is based on, I want to say, does the twist a little bit better than the movie, but okay. So this movie is called The Watchers. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Heard of
I've
it.
seen it.
I watched it, loved it. And okay, so it's basically this woman is trying to deliver a bird, and her car ends up breaking down next to these woods, and she ends up going through the woods and finds like this bunker with a two-way mirror. So she can see inside this bunker, but whatever is inside cannot see out. They, the people that are in it, are like, "Hey, you need to come in here because there's some crazy stuff out there." And it is like a real deal bunker, like steel, heavy door, everything, concrete. And apparently, there are things outside that are kind of like fairies, but they're demonic creature looking things.
Hmm.
And turns out the guy that built the bunker built it to study whatever these are, and he was stuck in the forest. And he did leave a way of how to get out, but you got to let a bird free because the bird will actually lead you to a boat, and the boat is how you get safety. So they use her bird to free it, and they all get out. But turns out the old lady that was staying in the bunker that kind of knew all these rules, and this is after you might think that the movie's over. They escape, it's happy, whatever. No, this old lady apparently is like half human and half creature, and she kind of used them to escape the forest. And she already killed one of the other survivors, but let one of them go. And she can look like any human at all. So, as far as plot twists and endings go, that was one that I really do enjoy because it was one that you don't expect. Because the movie ends with the old lady that is part creature, part human. She gets free, and also the main character is now probably looking over her shoulder the rest of her life. So,
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, since we're going to go with sad endings, honorable mention: The Mist.
I knew it.
The Mist. Oh
The
God,
Mist.
I knew it.
Thomas Jane.
I thought I thought we was golden. I thought we was good. I thought, you know what? Nobody's gonna say the miss because damn.
Yeah, that one hits you.
He couldn't have waited till the monsters attack the car or something, but no.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is the sad ending. I have a few more honorable mentions. This one, Tales from the Hood.
Great plot. Great
So
plot twist. Yes.
a couple that have that plot twist. The monster abusive boyfriend husband, that was a plot twist because that's when you learn that the kid can draw on paper and do whatever to it, and you're going to feel
Mhm.
it. The final one with the gangster, Crazy K,
Yes.
and the group that killed him. We don't find out until the end of the movie. Period. That it was them that killed him.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you think the funeral home director is just another human. No, he tells them, "Welcome to hell," and he is the devil himself. So
Isn't the
there's
line?
that.
He's like, "Welcome to hell, you motherfucker!" Ha ha
Yep,
ha ha. Ha.
yep,
I love
yep,
that.
yep. And then you see he's got the snake tongue.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
say that to new hires at work all the time.
That's
I should do the same. I should do the same.
wild.
Yes, yes. And then I have The Boy, 2016.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that is actually a boy. Yep,
Yeah,
Living in the
you
walls.
you think it's a
such a
dog,
good
but
movie.
nope. Your friends living in the walls. Kind of. It seems like they kind of borrowed an idea from what's that Wes Craven movie? People Under the Stairs.
Yes. With
So,
Could
Roach.
have been.
Roach. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
Roach.
is crazy. His name is Roach and he lives in the walls.
How ironic, right?
Like like a
Yeah.
damn roach.
Yep.
Did you see
And
the sequel?
there's,
Wait, there's a
there's
sequel to
The
People
boy?
Under the Stairs?
no, there's not. It can't
No, the
be.
boy.
Oh, the
Oh,
boy.
oh,
Okay.
okay,
I was like,
okay.
wait a minute. I know there's a remake coming.
Yeah, that's why I was
Me
like, hold up, there's a sequel. But yeah, I didn't really like it as much as the first one, to be
neither.
honest. It didn't
I
hit
didn't even give it a chance.
yeah, it didn't hit the same. I didn't
Yeah.
give it much of a chance either. I got maybe 30 minutes into it, was like, next.
Yeah. That first one was definitely like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I
Last
think that twist really does make that movie.
It does. It does. So going into the second one, you already know. So you're kind of like the expectations, the bar is already set pretty low because you already know where we're at with the story.
Right.
Hmm.
Yep.
So, all right, last but not least, Dead Silence, 2007.
Love that movie.
Yes, yes.
Can't wait for the prequel.
Listen, when I tell you
No.
movies in the early 2000s stayed on repeat in my household, Dead Silence was another one.
Yeah.
And it was
Hmm.
because of that plot twist.
Yes.
Because
Never
what
saw
you
it coming.
mean he was dead the whole time?
Never saw it coming.
I never would have seen that rod in his spine, but it does kind of show it earlier in the movie, I think.
When
There's
she
like
reaches
the hint.
behind him.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And what you think is her being reassuring.
Hmm.
But if you also watch her lips, watch her throat,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
see little subtle things. Nobody would pay attention to that until you watch it the second time. You're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And
That's what
that's
I was
funny. I'll be
saying.
watching certain movies with my wife because she's not that big on horror. She is, but she isn't. She'll like glance up
Yeah.
every so often. I find myself explaining like little subtle hints or details or errors in the movie. Like when I did my script for Child's Play 3, when Andy unties Whitehurst, if you look closely, when he unties him, the shirt's on his collar. But the next scene, it's not there altogether. And then when you come back, it's back around his neck.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's little subtle things that I've started to notice now. And I tell her all the time, you don't notice these things until you have to write your damn script.
True.
Oh yeah.
It's true. This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
But not those.
It,
Oh, that was good, y'all. We had some good ones. And I
You did.
gave up some new ones that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a more foreign. I like a lot of foreign horror movies, and if I know there's an American remake,
Hmm.
that means I'm gonna go find the original.
Of course.
So,
Of
like,
course.
I've seen Speak No Evil, which is a great plot twist.
Make me want to
Should have
rewatch
made
it.
my list. Should have
It's
been
been
on
a
the list.
while. It's been a while.
Well, with that being said, do y'all want? Well, let's just plug our pods. I'll let y'all start first.
Uh,
Go ahead, Tristan.
Reggie.
Uh, No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day and you too as well. This was very, very fun. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day and weekend. So, bye bye.
Wait, plug your podcast.
Yeah, yeah. You said the
Hmm.
name of
Oh, early morning horror.
it.
That's it.
Where can they find
Reggie.
you? Mhm.
They can find me Instagram. Uh, and I want to say anywhere that you listen to podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. YouTube, if it's like a podcast, like movie review, it's audio only. But if it's got to do with other people like this, like you guys, then it's going to be hopefully video every single time. So, all
Okay.
right.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Buzzsprout. Chills, thrills, and a podcast. Thank you all. This has been a super fun episode. We got to do this again. I actually had already mentioned that I wanted to do a top 10 series,
Hmm.
so I think that's something we should link up on in between our actual episodes. If you guys are down with it,
Yeah, I'm totally down.
Mate.
This was fun. This is so much fun.
perfect.
And where can they find you?
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Buzzsprout.com.
Socials?
TikTok and Instagram is at Chills and Thrills. Or yeah, no, it's at Chills and Thrills Podcast.
And I am Mika G. I am the host and creator of the Cinematic Nightmares podcast. You can find me on YouTube and Spotify. I haven't made that jump to Apple yet, but we'll get there. You can also find me on social media on Instagram only at Cinematic Nightmares podcast. And again, I had so much fun with this. This was so much fun. And thank you all for listening and tuning in. I normally close out my show by saying, until next time, boys and ghouls. So we'll go with that. Until next time, boys and ghouls.
Until next time.
Until next time.